KIRAC Podcast 2. KIRAC Goes Russia with Alexander Shilov. Alexander sent me an email that he really likes KIRAC and he wants us to come over to Moscow and make something great there. So we're having a FaceTime about that.
Yeah,
Hey,
nice to see you.
nice to see you.
A beautiful film.
Yeah?
I was enjoying 2 days ago.
The film in Cairo, you mean, eh?
Yeah,
What did you like about it?
you know, I like more that you put people in the circumstances and the places where they are not so official. You know, like the scene in a pool. I
Yeah.
think it's amazing. It's like it's a step to Antonioni. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
I definitely like it.
In his email, Alexander talked about problems in the Russian art scene and the relationship between art and money, and how this could be a topic in our film. In the background, you hear the little cries of baby KIRAC Hari.
Hey, and you were emailing about your desires maybe to do something about the situation, eh, in Moscow. You were talking about that.
Yeah, exactly. I described you a general idea of a problem because you know there are very few bases of income. You know, the contemporary and actual art in Russia is quite pure, quite it's small. You know, and I know a lot of very interesting and very good artists, but as they are in a very pure environment, they depending on these few institutions that could give any possibilities for them to be an artist. You know, to be an artist in Russia, it's not like to be an artist in United States, for example, or in Europe. That's very marginal, you know, and it's sad, but it also gives a lot of opportunities.
Like what? What kind of opportunities?
When you're suffering, you become stronger if you're not dying in the process, of course.
Yeah. And you are now in an environment of boats. I see yachts in the background. So that's your business, right?
Yeah. I'm a yacht broker, and I'm in Ibiza now.
Yeah. Fascinating. Yeah. So you see a lot of rich people because you need to be rich in order to buy a yacht.
Yes, exactly.
So you move between two worlds: poor, starving artists and rich people buying boats.
Yeah, more or less. Like for the last 12 years, I spent winter in Moscow, and I spent summer mostly here in Ibiza or in south of France.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's very fascinating. Like a friend of mine, Philip, or the guy in the pool.
Yeah.
He was invited by.
He's very charming. He's very charming.
You like him?
Yeah. He's my favorite hero. I suppose he's very particular. You know, he's very particular type, and I like that. And I like that you show it.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I'm searching for a little bit here in this conversation is sort of because you sent me an email which is basically about oligarchs controlling the art environment in Russia very much, and on the other side you have very passionate artists who struggle to get a place, right?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, more or less. What's not good about my
You know what? That they're not controlling. It's not true. They're not controlling. They are pretending that they're doing a great thing. That they're developing a new Russian. Okay, there is no national actual art. Yeah, it's global now. They're pretending that they are doing actual art, contemporary art, but that's not true. They do nothing. They just wasting a time. I don't care about their time. They wasting their money. I don't care about their money. But I'm a bit sad about those talented young persons who are in this trap.
Yeah. You know what? You know what we try to do with Philip actually, because I think in a way Philip is a little bit like those oligarchs trading art to be part of this international art game. You know, you buy a Paul
Hmm.
McCartney on the New York stock on the New York auction. You do this, you do that, but you're not really a patron. You're not really a mecenas. You're not really cultivating anything
Hmm.
that maybe comes from your country or your culture or what you stand for. And this is true in Holland, that the collectors are totally commercial, sort of capitalist idiots. And also, I
It
think
is,
in
yeah.
Moscow, but also in New York, it's all the same sort of story. And I think what we are trying to do with Philip is show him that he can be himself. That we point the camera on him. We say, stop collecting this stupid political correct auction art. Focus on yourself. Become a king again. Show your bad side, your good side. Play a part in our sort of Dostoyevsky novel of the art world. Become a
Hmm.
complex character with all your sides. And in this way, we seduce him to become a better patron that's not just moving artworks around to make money or to be part of the global game, but to focus on himself.
You offered him like an honest game, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And he likes it because he
Hmm.
already knows the other game. He's making money with that, blah 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 blah. But deep inside, there's a real patron there, a patron that wants to show himself, that wants to be portrayed by an artist, that wants to
Hmm.
have like basically an artist with a paintbrush painting him. And of course, in these days, it's very kitschy to hang a portrait of yourself in your house. I mean, only Saddam Hussein does it.
Hmm.
But actually, what we are saying to him is, don't be afraid, do it. Let us portray you. Let us look at you from all sides, and let's make a complex portrait. And maybe this model could also work in Russia. Like, what
Hmm.
about sort of seducing these guys that you are saying are just being superficial, in
Hmm.
combination with the local artist community to show themselves a little bit more and to be honest. So what I'm trying to do is move away from the sort of the law and the politics and just focus on the person, and then sort of integrate this into the art again.
Hmm.
I think a lot of international art now is focused on justice for black people in Africa, justice for women, justice for
Hmm.
Me Too. And I think that's rich people are scared by that because they know they will lose in this game, because they're about acquiring wealth, which is not about
Hmm.
honesty. It's about inequality actually. So you always end up in this weird game of not showing yourself, etc. But if you say we're not going to talk about justice, we're going to talk about the truth and personal truth, then all of a sudden you see a liberation. And I think this is what's happening a little bit in Philip. And I would be interested in seeing if we could do that in a real playing field like Moscow or Russia,
Hmm.
because I think it would be
So
much. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Or
yes,
am I being a little bit
yeah,
clear?
yeah, I understand you. So you see it more like a personal story, yeah, like showing a whole picture through the personal story.
Yeah, I think it's an escape route, and I think also the artist in Moscow could profit from that, because the guys who should fund the local artists are getting more involved in the scene instead of just buying this international stuff and just copying what's going on. It's about cultivating a different artistic climate.
Hmm. That's
And
a very good intention.
yeah,
I like the general intention. Uh, maybe maybe I should write you some personalities just to check if you will find them interesting for filming. Like with a short review, with a short story, and maybe a link to some videos or something, just to define a personage.
yeah. I mean, and you're talking about real people now that you know,
Yeah, exactly,
and
exactly. Yeah.
also people that you would have access to do something with.
Hmm. You know, that's interesting. I'm thinking now about a few friends of mine. It's not friends, really. It's like mostly rich persons who are my clients for a while, and some of them collecting art. And for example, I know a person who renting a yacht every summer for about 150,000 euros per week, and then he goes to like some exhibitions in Moscow and trying to trade from 100 euro to 55 to buy something.
Yeah.
No, 5,000, 50,000, I said.
Yeah, 50,000.
But if he trying to get into the art world, yeah, there is some intention. He want to understand. He want to feel something.
Yeah. I think what you're saying would be very interesting. If you have this guy or maybe some others that we could sort of visit in Moscow and see if we can build a relationship. And then we visit them together with you because your English is very good. I don't know how well how good the English is of these guys, but I mean,
Most of them speak very good English, better than me.
oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not a problem.
Yeah. So and you also have contact with the artist involved.
Yes, a lot. I think I know Russian artists. I know a lot of artists.
Hey,
Yeah,
but this could be amazing.
that sound interesting. Okay, so let's go to personalities. Yeah, I'll send you an email in a few days with some persons whom I find interested. I also will ask maybe some persons who I really respect, which knowledge I respect. Yeah, and they also it different. You feel the difference, and I think we can find a lot of inspiring heroes. Okay, super. Give me a couple of days and I will send.
Okay, cool. Have a very good evening.
You too.
Bye.
Goodbye.